were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese.
Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. After watching a couple of different vloggers out there, I decided I wanted to add my voice to the mix. This might be a little different than what you're used to in a vlog. It's really going to be real personal, and I'm not really going to pull any punches about it. My name is John. I live in Florida. I just turned 40. My wife is Holly, and she is 53. 53 or 54. I'm horrible. I'm a bad husband. I don't know how old my wife is. I'm sure she would be glad that I didn't broadcast that, and that I would subtract age, years from her. But you'll be meeting her. Right now I'm outside with our dogs. We have 4.
Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. They were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a slip, and a kicking from the hip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Hey, yeah. But they fought.
Some of you that I'm going to send this link to know a little bit about me. Know that, I have been out there, and I do protest against the abuses in the quote-unquote Church of Scientology. Right now, I'm currently looking for a job. I have done retail and food service and sales, so I've done a little bit of everything. I'm trying to find a job. Luckily, my wife is super supportive. I was raised in Maine by a single mom who was absolutely amazing. Worked her fingers to the bone to help support my brother and I. And I gotta give props to her. I have an older brother, Abe, two younger stepbrothers, Sean and Matt. So I have a half brother named Bob Robert Sawyer, and I have 2 step parents. My mom and dad divorced when I was very young. And my dad remarried a lovely woman named Teresa, and my mom remarried an awesome man named Tom Dutton. I've kind of been struggling about whether to tell you guys everything, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna. My brother and I had issues when we were growing up. He was molested, and in turn molested me. That never really affected our relationship. I mean, I went through counseling, he went through counseling, and I'd say we have a fairly close relationship now. It's tough to talk about that, especially to throw it out there to people that I have no clue who's going to see this. But, it is what it is. It's who I am. It's what makes me me, so I figured I would let you guys know. I grew up angry. It is something that I still struggle with here in my 40s. My huge anger issues. It's really affected my life. And conversely, it's affected, it's affected my job searching capabilities because I have a criminal record. I got violent with my son's mother. It's not something I'm proud of. And if I could go back in time, I definitely would kick myself in the butt and say, don't do that. I'm not going to justify it. I'm not going to quantify it. It is what it is. And I feel horrible about that. And that does bring me to my son. My son lives here in Florida as well, near the Clearwater area. And I always said that I would call him and talk to him and be an active part of his life, and I failed. I failed that miserably. I'm intimidated by he lives with his grandmother, because his mom lives in Oregon, and his grandmother has guardianship, or I don't know how they quantify it in Florida here, but there's definite, she basically is raising him, and I haven't been calling him like I should. I haven't been involved in his life like I should, and I feel like a failure, it sucks. I really wish I could just take him and, really be involved in his life. Let's see. This vlog is gonna just be random thoughts, random, maybe on a daily basis, semi-weekly, semi-daily, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, depending. So you'll learn about me, you'll learn who I am, what I like, what I dislike, and hopefully you'll like it and you'll subscribe. And if you do, cool. We'll get to, know each other. And if you don't like it, then you don't. It is what it is. Who I am, and, c'est la vie. So, if you like it, if you like the beginnings, subscribe and you'll know when I post more videos. If you want to wait and check it out and see what happens, then come back and check out more videos as days go on. Thank you. Now I gotta come up with a catchphrase, because all these vlogs have catchphrases. I watch the Tim Tracker, and he's like, and now it's time to pay the price. And then I watch Roman Atwood, and he's like, smile more. So I gotta think of a catchphrase. What would be a good catchphrase for me? Cowabunga. No, that one's taken. But anyway, love you guys, and keep fighting the power.